Also, Canada as a name just be like, and I feel so bad about to use it. About the person we say, person a new cat where they see the trend.
Oh my God.
Canada is the new
It's a
cat on the how do you say it, in the garden, right? But that new cat now in the global, they sing for Champions League.
You know what's up.
Hello everyone, welcome to the amazing, wonderful, beautiful, interesting, enlightening Japa Chronicles, hosted by your one and only Isaac Medici, whatever you want to call me, man. But remember, I'm the host of this podcast. I saw somebody posting yesterday. In short, they posted on their Twitter last week. I'm not mentioning any names. Twitter and their WhatsApp, and they said that they called me the co-host. And I'm like, why are they trying to steal my identity, man? I don't know why people are laughing, man. Why are you laughing?
I wanted to ask what happened. Why are you now? Because last week you called yourself the co-host.
I mean,
pride.
no. So the thing is, there's something that the office has promised me,
and they've given.
So I decided to sit back and take this thing of co-host just to be humble. So when they give me but the thing only take time, understand? So it's time for me to go back to being host. If they give me, you don't give me, I don't care anymore. I'm the host of this podcast.
But do you agree? You're the co-host.
He doesn't want to deny it before.
You know what I like? You're here with so much energy today.
Bro.
I'm happy. You clearly had a great weekend.
My weekend? We give God all the glory, Sha.
I saw your status.
Who, me?
You went out. You went to chill.
It was my brother. I just decided to like,
that was not regular chilling. Give us the status. But you not see his status.
He's blocked me from.
No, I didn't. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. I didn't know. You didn't see it.
He's blocked his status.
So my brother hit me up like earlier in the week that since it's a public holiday, we haven't seen in a while. Let's just hang out. So yeah, we went out. We went to Moist, and it was an interesting evening. It was really interesting.
Is that like a restaurant?
Let's keep moving,
that place
man.
looked like a club.
Let's keep moving. We don't have the time. We don't have the time. Let's keep moving.
Because I thought I saw you at the MPFL this weekend, though. You're not one of Eimba's
No, I don't be
coaches. You were not.
Mr. Kunle, I blame you for this. You give me Mr. Yuko talking point now.
No.
I blame you for this.
I'm pretty sure I saw you behind the chairman. I saw you walking behind. You were not at Onikon this week.
No, it can't be me, man.
Congratulations to the Eimba Football Club.
You know the crazy thing, like, since I don't really follow the MPFL, but since I was small, it's only Eimba, you know.
Yeah, because they were successful. I like Julius Berger. Now they have sort of defunct. They're not the one that they're not.
You actually follow the MPFL?
Yeah, I used to follow it when I was growing up. I love sports. Sports was my go-to. It made me happy. So buy Complete Sports and all those papers those days and just read. My late uncle used to love that. I had a client who is, king of Jackpot, right? You know what introduced me as, you say you're the host, right? I'll introduce myself. So I have a client who plays for one of the clubs.
Yeah, I saw that. Like I see when they're processing his stuff in the office.
Yeah, exactly. So he's, but at least I'm happy they qualify for CAF. I won't say which one so that you guys will not figure out which club, but I'm happy for him. And they did very well. I don't think they didn't even lose any match.
Are you serious?
But they didn't win. The same points, I think, with the something.
Oh, word?
Yeah. That's fun. All three clubs had 9 points. The top three. There was goal difference and I think goals considered. It was cool. We've left Victoria again, sorry. I mean, my boys now, now that Premier League done. Okay, then what else happened this weekend? The most boring Champions League.
How was that boring?
Ever.
How was that? Come on, man. It wasn't boring, man. That game was.
I don't want to give it any. I don't want to give you more than 10 seconds of my.
You just don't like City. Just say it. Or you probably don't like Pep.
I don't like them.
Come on, that game was.
So first of all, as one of the clubs that regularly beats them, I don't care. I beat them for the last Champions League and I won. So like.
Okay, well, did you beat them this season?
No.
Okay.
My team, no. My team didn't play this season. I was Newcastle this season, but you watch that match for 90 minutes. Man City probably had 10 minutes of that match. Inter played.
Yeah, Inter played ball.
Funny story.
No, but the problem is that attack was
funny story. And again, I don't want to plug all these things. I've started a new Christian podcast because people get think that I had a revelation that Lukaku will miss that kind of ball. And I was telling my friends.
we were just about to move from this.
Oh,
football
no,
to
no, no,
something
no.
But you see,
So I
you
told
see
my friends.
the-
So my friends were in my house.
that
We
means
build
and now that I blocked the ball.
So guess what? So I wish I so I used to wish I record stuff. So I told them, I said I had a revelation that Lukaku will miss something, And they were like, when he missed the ball, they were just looking at me. That guy.
Yeah, like 3 major misses in
Not
you know
only
what I
did he
mean?
miss, he blocked.
He blocked his team from scoring.
Sad.
Bro,
He
I
should
mean,
come
that
back.
was,
Oh.
that
They
was
should
his,
take him and give us Onana.
He's still on loan from you guys.
Victoria
Bro,
is
don't be
trying to-
angry, man. Like,
trying to-
maybe
Thank
you
you,
tell
Ashton.
they'll increase the table
Like,
size and add
This
it
was
on
sport
camera.
discussion should be let's just say 5 minutes. 5 minutes is okay.
So
Alright.
it's just
Even
what we
that
like.
revelation
Alright.
on
Yeah,
football
okay,
again.
alright. Oh, yeah,
Lukaku
Victoria.
goalkeeper.
Victoria, no vex. How was your own weekend?
My
think
weekend
we-
was
Oh, it was
chilled.
Victoria's birthday on Friday, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
So
true.
our weekend started on Friday.
And then
Our weekend started on Friday.
yeah, and then the office hangouts.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I took them
Please,
out.
I beg. You took us where?
I took them out and I covered the bill. Why you guys?
You took
I have a
me
video
out.
to
Why are you looking at
prove.
me?
We have videos,
Okay, but I
Isaac.
suggested
We have
the place to
videos.
go. I mean, I
You
take
took-
credit for that one.
Trash.
Me, I was even thinking of after here we'll go to that place again.
Trash.
That food was sudden on.
It was trash.
Well, how was it trash? Because
It was
they,
trash.
they didn't
First of
give you
all,
your food early.
They didn't have food for me.
And
Until
down-
everybody had gone. They made
Yeah.
rice and beans. Like I went to a restaurant, I eat rice and beans. You know what that is? Rice and
I thought
beans.
you
No,
you
but
ate.
Rice and beans.
No, why we were eating?
You ate only chicken.
you have only
I
chicken.
didn't eat chicken.
Are you serious?
Rice and
Why
beans.
was your mouth moving?
I was talking.
Nobody eat
I
what
didn't eat still. Everybody was going down. It was trash.
No, but me, I like the place. I can't lie. Like, the food was. It wasn't
is
great,
okay.
but
This
it
is-
wasn't
It
bad.
was good.
No, I mean the food was. But
No,
like,
I'm
the
sorry,
service
come on.
It was like,
compared to
ah.
that place you used to take us to.
No.
You want to compare that food to that place?
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing now.
No, it was not.
Maybe
now
it
that
was
place is
because of
better.
what you ordered, because the chicken fried rice was soya rice.
Yeah,
so
sugar.
what-
Yeah, it was good.
And the
It was
chicken
good.
rice.
Good to know that I take care of my people.
Yes, King
Yeah.
of Jacko
We-
for a
We
reason.
we take care of our people, man.
It was-
Please.
It was cool. But no lights in our office. So the weekend started.
Who do we blame? But is actually there's
Can
actually
you
no
blame the
light.
government
Like
for
is it
that,
like
or
is it like they took the light or like there's no light in the building?
The complex just has a fault, Jerry. So everywhere just day boy. So even on Saturday, I was in the office trying to get some work done.
Yeah, you said so.
Well, our webinar was
Vibe
cool.
be down.
It was a cool
Yeah,
weekend.
we
Long
had a
weekend.
webinar.
Yeah, we'll talk
Tiring for some of us that have babies that cry and whatnot.
time for some of us that you were still giving work even while we're in the house.
Yeah, I was video calling.
I did.
It was
I
really
did party
As in,
the type work.
I received
the think.
I received Isaac call. I think is it past 9 or to 10? I was
Was
like,
like, yeah.
bad. You just finished talking to me. I was just getting her.
Marisa, no,
I
Mr.
only
Nico called
thought-
Marisa, so it was like it was a cycle.
Chain.
Mr. Nico called Marisa. Marisa called me. Then I called you.
Isaac, the first thing Isaac said was, I'm really sorry, I'm coming back. I was like, no apology. I was really needed.
Anyway,
Not knowing that it came from
didn't come from me.
Oh God,
it came from
I
you.
even texted Mr. Dipo. I'm like, why at this
Every
time? Why
dragging we
you-
get in the office,
It's
just
from
know
him.
Yes.
Mr. Dikwa
The
is
It's
thing
from
they flow,
him.
they flock person from
It will
top.
now come and
See, we
just be
don't-
I know that's normal.
They will now come and be like, so like there's this scholarship task on. I'm Mr. Dipo is telling like the people working with me like they should take their time. But like there's pressure on me, but he's telling them to take their time.
It's like when my team needs
me,
is
when
after my head.
they send them mail, I know they
All right,
take your time.
coach. Let's get into the topic.
I don't want us to expose you again.
Please, let me be coach. Let me know what this is my jersey.
Our host.
I saw Victoria status, yeah.
What-
Yeah, Victoria went.
What did I put on my status?
On Friday now. Wink, wink.
Oh,
Wink, wink.
that's not the issue right now. Let's move on.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so
You would even ask Okped. Okped told us. Okped slept all through the weekend.
are you serious?
Yes.
She told us.
No,
everything.
what to do?
I did my work, you know.
I'll send you work. That's
Yeah,
true. We should be
That
sending this
webinar,
podcast team. We should be sending our work to do.
I have a lot on my table
Let's
already.
get into the topic for today.
Alright, yeah,
it's
before-
a unique. It's been a long weekend.
yeah,
Yeah.
really
There's-
long.
There's so much to talk about. So many emotional stuff going on.
You guys, what about the development like that we've been seeing so far concerning our government?
The very
Like
thing.
I was going to ask you guys, do you think
The
things
vote.
are going to get better, or
The vote.
what's the what?
I'm not interested. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I'm not right now. I'm not seeing anything.
They don't deserve my time.
No, but the thing is, like, so with the subsidy removal, I mean, we're about to have an argument the week they removed. I don't know if you remember in the office when you were like, oh, they might do something good with it, or something good might come out of it.
No.
I don't see it, but I mean, because I'm in this country, I can only
Because that
hope
was
so.
Jerry what everybody was talking
I
about.
mean,
over
we
the
have to
weekend.
talk about the fact that they signed the student loan bill
Oh yeah,
into
yeah.
law yesterday. But I mean,
Why are you
already-
laughing?
Did you see the tweets that came after that announcement? They were like, if you don't pay, someone was like,
Yes, yes,
meet 25 years after not paying my student loan. The
The
national meme, the guy was talking, the DSS don't come carry am.
But I think-
I know that the new chief of staff, he sponsored that bill or something. Was very integral, and Buhari never signed it. And of course, he's already using his influence to get things done. I must say that, are we going to learn from America's mistake? You don't even have good enough
Schools, yeah. So that's one
Like,
thing.
there's so much about it, and I'm not really in the mood today to give these people our airtime, because
Yeah,
you
but
don't have enough good schools.
so I saw something that
You can't pay your lecturers well.
Hmm.
You're not updating your curriculum. We had a minister of education that we probably will
I
recover
saw that
from
loan
50
will
years
help
late.
people. We help the government to pay the lecturers. Like when students pay school fees, then lecturers will get their salaries.
Oh, isn't that brilliant? How many years from now?
How
would
many
that be?
years? So I even saw something that with the student loan,
those-
school fees would increase. Because obviously they need to better the education.
Yeah, people have talked about, all the financial people have talked about, is the money laundering scheme, and I'm hedging my bent on that. because it does
I
not
low
make
key
any
dipped
sense.
it, sha. Like this
Because
is
your schools need money. You are now able to come and take money to
the
go
money
to
to
school.
go to school. Yeah.
Huh. You don't have enough schools. You don't have enough. See, these guys don't deserve our airtime, I beg.
True.
Let's just keep looking at the
That
judiciary
angle.
and then talking about judiciary must not something. Because
what was that?
know
What
that
was
you-
that thing he said?
see, please, let's move
Illegal
on.
something.
Let's move
I mean-
on, because
Let's talk about
let's talk about how we can be able to jackpot. Guys,
yeah.
that's why I'm here, because I'm not in the mood for it. See, I'm not really let's just talk about how we can make people jackpot.
Let's
Because
plug
when
into
you
that,
think about
um,
Nigeria and right now, it's tiring.
Yeah, it actually is tiring. See, my energy has already dropped. So thinking about like
Isaac, that stuff that happened last week. Was it last? Yeah, it was last week. The visa-free countries. That
Oh yeah.
Canada
So,
announced.
but I mean, did that come as a shocker to anybody?
Is it like you don't want me to be more depressed?
No, but I mean,
13 countries, right?
Yeah,
Two Africans.
two African countries. It didn't come as
Morocco
a
and,
Seychelles. It didn't come as a shocker to me. Like, okay, we're not on the no visa free.
No, serious. People were
If
really
you
shocked
even put us
because
on that list,
I saw something that one guy was really angry, and then he tweeted, was like, despite all that we've plugged into Canada, we've kind of like boosted their economy. Nigerians are plenty there, like we're in their
you guys are
workspace and everything.
all of you on Twitter. You guys are too emotional about how you think. It's the same argument with IELTS. Nigerians speak English. They're targeting us. No, they're not targeting you. They're not. Your government needs to be better. Your government needs to be more accountable. Why should I give you free access to my country when Dubai does stop you from going because of the terrible
Things that
people
you
are
do
doing
when
here?
you go
It's
there.
because of our
So-
corruption.
Yeah.
So again, this is the reason why I don't give Twitter. Like, Twitter is great, but Twitter is also so problematic. Everybody cannot speak.
And say their
Nothing of
mind.
sense. Nothing.
Jesus Christ.
See, I'm too upset. Our focus now has to be how we regain our country from people who do not have our best interests at heart. Lobbying to become Senate president, lobbying to be speaker, lobbying to be president and governor.
Oh yeah, this guy. By the way, this guy just won. So,
I don't want
yeah.
to give this people. I know now who was
Yeah.
going to do it before.
This
You
guy
know?
just won.
So you are now complaining. I'm thinking of how I want to go to Morocco now. That's what I'm
So
thinking about.
but you have to work being a citizen there now.
No, maybe that's basic. I just want to go and see what they are doing well. That's just the reality.
Casablanca.
Should
Let's
we
go
let them
together
be?
now.
Now them win the last African Union. Now them did the best thing for Africa now.
See now them win them. No, no.
But Mr. Dipo, if it's because of our corruption and everything that we weren't part
If
of,
it is because
then that means they should just ban us completely from going to their country then.
because look, You cannot ban a whole nation because there are a lot of terrible eggs. There are still a lot. Look, terrible as our situation is, anywhere there's success with Africans, if you drag 10 people out, 50% are Nigerians. So it does not change the fact that our people, and it's probably because we have a survivor mentality. When we go there, we put our head down, we succeed. We would work 2-3 jobs. We will bring our families, particularly the Igbos. You love them for that. They go anywhere. They set up businesses. They set up a community. It doesn't change the fact, because when I talk to people and say, "Oh, go to the sppg.org and register, go into policy, politics, and governance," the main reason is that you don't have 10,000 elective offices in Nigeria, a country that we say has almost 200 million people. Not everybody is bad. Not everybody has the opportunity.
If truly is because of corruption, then what about this refugee visa, this thing? I think I read it somewhere.
Yeah.
Our country is also part of those third world countries that we are going through a lot. Like that should be.
Well, so back to the corruption thing, like Nigerians even use that refugee thing as a back door to
the asylum thing is what we do.
Exactly.
We claim, particularly during the what's this thing called that we had NSAS.
Yeah.
See, Nigeria, we don't reach that level. We are still very good. You don't want to know what's going on in Sudan, in Syria, and all these other places. You are chilling here now. You are even chilling. What are you? What are you here? You are educated and you are complaining that you don't have good leaders. That's a problem. But like you're not suffering.
You're not suffering. Yeah.
Like we're not going on the road now, and we're thinking that where are we navigating through to just get home to survive? No.
I think we're speaking for ourselves. So, what about the northern states?
Yeah,
but that's like a
everywhere
percentage of like if like we're talking of like what's happening, like currently what's happening in Sudan currently, like it's a national thing, or Ukraine, do you understand?
People are still traveling now. Plateau, Zamfara, Kaduna, places that have all these killings, and people are still traveling and going there now. Flights are still going there and all those things.
Federal government is still sending coppers to that place.
Local governments and areas, yes, that have these issues. But generally, you're still very much okay. And of course, like it or not, a lot of these things are politically sponsored. Now, you heard the governor of Plateau come out and say that they've arrested some of the people who are causing these riots. And these riots right now are even happening in his own local government and his deputy. He wasn't there before. It's all politically arranged and stuff. Now, we know they are catching these guys and they're not speaking English. They're not Nigerians. So you don't really have much of a problem now. You get a good leader who, if our president wants to change things, he can
do it.
Things. We're not terrible like Sudan. There are countries that people are dying,
bro.
So let's give this a book. That thing really pained me. Canada self came out with all the money that we really give them. Like,
but it didn't come as a shocker to me, sure. Like when it was a discussion on Twitter, I'm like, why you guys surprised? Like,
I don't go. See, that's I don't go and discuss. That's why you have podcasts, right? Like I don't go because Twitter. You guys talked about what happened this way. You didn't talk about the Ekiti Kukaton.
No, if you start here, when we end. We'll start. So let me just say something. Let me just say something.
Cook alone.
Now
I've been
they're
saying
now
a lot of
tons. Let me just say something real quick here.
Yeah.
You guys are cooking Habib. I have no problem with what she's doing.
Nobody.
There's no monopoly to breaking records and all that, man. Even Hilda came out to say, "Oh, I support you."
So
nice PR.
No, but like
nice your president.
Then your guy, Mr. Adiko's guy too, was dragged like a generator
I'm from Ekiti, guys.
on Twitter.
It was.
I'm from Ekiti, though. I don't know what the girl is doing, but I don't just like how I don't like how Christians are being dragged. That's my own. You don't know that they dragged.
I mean,
Christians.
it's Twitter. People be talking. Man.
I don't care. I don't know why you Christians.
Bro.
See, you guys, Christians, you guys give
Refer all these things. Because you two be going into debates with all these people. Like,
Exactly.
But you need to read a whole lot of stuff.
I
Like
don't care.
we should care about these things.
so the problem is why Christians are being dragged is when
We do too much.
when the whole Hilda thing started and when she broke the record and everything, it's a couple pastors. There was even one particular guy that came out and was like, "Oh, what are you
He's
cooking?
angry.
Indecently dressed. These are bro, and like it was a whole conversation on Twitter, and he's not the only pastor that's spoken about it before. And like,
we talk too much as believers.
why are you yarning? Do your like you know concern you.
That's why I'm telling you that it's not everything as a Christian that you should give an opinion on, particularly in an open space. We do a lot of talking. A lot of pastors will be better served putting off their cameras and talking in their churches for people to hear and to learn. Everything doesn't have to go to social
camera.
media.
And by the way, Guinness already officially allows you there.
She has gotten a SAT or something. I don't know if that's a certificate.
So, Ekititon.
So,
It's a ton.
so that means Chef Dami can go on and do her own too. Yes. You know,
After,
yes,
I think there's a year difference. You can't just do it immediately.
That's what I'm saying. So like, why are you guys dragging her? She know. So it's like Jackman now. You understand? God forgive me. You didn't go and do your research. You just want to go do anything. They scam you or they chop your money. You know go. Obviously, I'll pat you back. We'll pat your back. Oh, sorry, but bro, you've lost. You know?
Lost.
So
So
you
pay another money.
So this babe too, she don't go spend money.
I think they said our church sponsored that. Their pastor. Did you see that tweet?
I saw one people dragging that pastor. And it was funny. But I don't want to talk about it though. Basically, the pig beans.
Bro.
I don't know how true that thing is, but I was just like, what is this? It just fell off. I don't know. It felt.
I mean, it's lack of planning. So the thing with Hilda's one is like, you will know, like, I mean, they said for like a year or two, like, they had planning it. So this one is just, you know,
That's why we should plan everything. But you even mentioned that scamming stuff that you used. You know, that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
Funny story. Somebody called me. They say I was denied visa last year. I'm on one group for so and so college. You just help somebody come and help me. When I charge the person, say, the money is too much.
So you know the
Go
funny
be
thing.
like that.
I say go bill.
You know the funny thing. I have a friend right now. Even this morning I spoke to him about it. This guy literally has no idea what he's doing. He's just going on the internet and like just don't tell him. So that's the thing. After the okay, just come and use us. You understand? And he doesn't want to tell me that okay, maybe like
The bar
is too much. You understand? He's just trying to say no worries, something.
We get employee at that office. You know, give
I
her
even watch Hunter.
He's going to watch this.
I want to be bro.
Come, I go help you.
I've told him. He doesn't want to hear.
Oh man, the scams that I hear on a daily basis, like
even when I was doing research for this episode, I'm like, people don't scam people.
Yeah, I saw so many things.
Like steady. There's even one. They actually did not even return because he submitted his documents, his passport, everything. Time to Japa. The agent's number wasn't going again. All the documents, everything.
Nigeria, my country.
Passport, nothing. That's it. Plus his money on top, like $2,000.
I saw a
Gone.
tweet. Yeah, the guy was like, no matter how you teach Nigerians, they will still get scammed.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask Mr. Dipo this, that, okay, we want to talk about these fraudulent activities based on immigration and everything. Does this mean that after our conversation here today, somebody would listen to us and
still go and get
get
scammed?
So, like I said to you guys, I'm not sure the episode. There's no regulator for study abroad agents. The only thing that you can do today, and if I really want to help anybody and I say, okay, how do you not get scammed? If you come to my office, your basic plan, if you want to study in Canada right now, you probably are charged, let's say service fees $400K, right? Out of that $400K, if you use 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira to call universities, go to their website and read stuff and confirm, and then go to the embassy's website and confirm, you won't get scammed. So to answer Victoria's question, it's not that people here will not get scammed. The problem is that people will begin to tell you, oh, I don't have time. You know, my friend said, because this is not Nigeria where the university's website probably are not updated or the thing expires and they didn't renew it. The average university abroad, when you go check their website, they have stuff on admission, on financial aid, and on visa. So there's nothing that any agent should tell you that you will not see there. And if there's any need to clarify, call the university.
Yeah.
Because they are going to give them money, so they are more than happy to answer your questions. So it's not that Nigerians don't have even the place to go. The problem is that we are, I don't know, we
Too
are
lazy to do.
I think we are too lazy, or we just like. I've told you guys, and we talked about it on the Shemi episode where I said
Like
we have
shortcuts.
unique ways of we just like
Indomie generation.
fast things.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem that we have.
People don't like to do their own personal research. They just and it's that hearsay that even pisses me off.
Yeah.
My
My
friend
friend
did
said-
this. I don't
My
like
friend
that
forced
thing.
me.
I don't like that thing.
Your friend didn't pay you, but your friend forced you.
Yeah.
So let's get into what we are supposed to be talking about.
We've actually
for the rest of
started
the
now.
episode,
We've started.
so that
Yeah, we haven't like
Mm.
pivoted. What was that word? I like the use for that word.
pivot. It's
Yeah.
pivot.
So
Everybody does like my
Pivoted.
English. No,
basically
it's
today
pivot.
we're going to be
Pivot.
discussing financing your Japa plans.
Yeah.
And avoid getting
And
scammed.
how to avoid getting
Everyone wants to
scammed.
give you money.
Yeah.
It's money now. If you every time you hear me speak, it's money.
It's money. Yeah.
Hey.
KOJ for
Jot
a
that
reason.
down.
Yes, every time you hear me speak, it's money.
Me too.
If you don't
Me
take what I'm giving you, it's you that is broke and you stay broke. It's not.
Wisdom.
I'm not giving you kiddie. It's just track record. If
This is the confidence.
if you hear me speak about something, if you don't listen, because anybody that knows me, I don't talk about things I don't know. I don't even have stress. I don't have time for it. Anything I talk about, and I talk about immigration, I talk about relationships, and I talk about Jesus.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
something
but you
like
know
He's
that.
a counselor.
You know about relationships.
Ah,
Why I can't be your guy?
you never submit to the one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
You're not a submitting fellow.
I'm sorry
You
for
like the good life. So I don't talk about what I don't know. So anything that has to do with immigration, I would only say what I know. In fact, now we get one new package for Schengen. We get one trade mission to Spain this July. You go.
which one I go
They
go?
go so announce. And so I don't hear it first. Well, this one is focused on agriculture. It has some high level tech stuff. So people will want Japan now. You won't go Schengen country. I get plug go. And if you're interested in agriculture, trade mission day, end of July, we they move.
So I feel
And it's
just
small money.
I
Small
probably
money.
get farm. Make I first go do IT.
And the
for
trade
them.
mission is about $5,005
What?
for the year, because you get a lot of high level stuff, the Spanish government and all that. So we get that one. And then there's the opportunity for people who want Schengen, you want to go enjoy yourself, because the Schengen visa allows you to enter about 27 other countries at the
Yeah.
same time for trade and all that. So yeah, see, as I say, anytime I talk, it's money. So if you make that investment now, sure banker,
Definitely.
you know. So yeah, so let's go into those questions that you guys have for
Yeah,
us, so that we can help people.
So briefly, can you give us like a breakdown or like rough estimate on like costing and like from like scratch from OKU?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, they do free consult today.
No,
No, it's not free consult per se. Just yeah, like okay, this is how much.
Oh,
like
it's
I'm
cool,
trying to
nah,
go
free
to Canada.
consult. Nah, no, anybody will go listen to our YouTube. Like I said, I don't give you money.
And you two, you go now as you know, go give all the full details. Now just
Oh,
cut some kind of parts.
no. So what country are you focused on?
Let's do. Can we do UK and Canada?
People still go UK like this.
Come on.
Come on, you never
Let's
talk about
do
that guy.
Canada.
We go BBC. Good does he talk nonsense? we don't miss plenty gist.
Sammy, you.
But that guy didn't do anything, because that video was just to validate something. It was not. They don't
But they
use
were.
am.
He messed up. He messed up a
use
lot.
am.
Yeah, they
They
use
did- yeah, they
it.
use him. He
use
didn't know
each
now.
other. No. Let me rephrase. They use each other because they may not have paid him, but they've given him publicity. And he has a
But
YouTube
publicity is
page.
dead.
No,
When has he heard of the guy?
No, that's not the idea.
No.
It's you that has not heard of him.
Mr.
Go and check
Paul.
his YouTube page.
I'll check now. I'll check his YouTube.
You don't understand how PR is.
People went to his page to watch
Watch
that.
the-
Mr.
what-
Dipo, I understand
And
how
you
YouTube
will
will
get
give her
paid.
those.
I am PRO.
I can't hear saying I seen a police officer before for you.
Yes.
I saw a picture of him.
I don't know
in
how
police.
true that
I
is.
saw a picture of him in police uniform.
It's- I didn't believe it, because
Someone
it's
was
like our country. They can go and
Dig up
Photoshop.
Photoshop stuff.
So someone was like, they're not surprised. Then they now put the guys.
I mean, even TVC carrying matter. See how many.
Mr.
Everybody.
Dipo, go back.
How many?
No, this is not his own YouTube. Okay, this is
now
not YouTube. This is his own YouTube.
77,000 views.
And let's check before the BBC interview.
Come up for here.
We'll check before.
We'll
check later.
We'll check the drag. Men are drag. More na drag me so
We'll
that I
check for
could
the
see views.
But Mr. Dipo, that guy really messed up.
No,
Like-
I'm not arguing that. I'm
You
just
sure
trying to
how-
tell you that, again, Twitter fingers, that's not how these things work. It's media. You can't do media like UK or US. Now set up. Now full setup. The UK don't they do that thing for us for the last 20, 30 years. They allow us in for a while, they block us. They allow us for in for a while, they block us. So it's nothing.
So you're trying to say that they will still like
yes,
Easy everything.
yes.
So, but for now, is it hard to enter into UK currently?
It's not hard though.
I think for next year.
The issue is dependent. The issue here is dependent. Dependence no fit go inside.
Okay,
only you.
So if now,
so I'll be going first.
Yeah. Now waiting they tell you this way for us, Adi.
The same
If
thing.
Victoria husband one day go UK, but she never married. No guy, she never married. My guy is done the twist and say, I've seen Victoria, I'm impressed. I said, okay, no matter. I'll share your number.
Victoria's boyfriend. And I seen your man. No, you say I seen your man.
So if Victoria was married and she was going abroad, basically they are saying now that you cannot come independent. That's really what they are saying. This policies will change to suit also the government now. They also do election now. Everything goes to change.
What is it that UK? What are they seeing that the Canadian government are not seeing? Because like the Canadian government, they are like open to embrace that.
And that's a perfect question. The policy on immigration for Canada, the focus is on reuniting families. Like that's the cocoa. Now,
that's sweet.
Yes, it's sweet. There's more to it. If getting into the UK would probably take me a day, getting into Canada can take me a year. That's how you must also see it. Okay. The UK is very easy. It has its processes. You fit that bill, you get in. You don't, they kick you out. UK has such good relationship with Nigeria that they don't have that kind of headache. Canada does not have that. Canada does not have that kind of roots here. Also, Canada as a name just be like, and I feel so bad about it. It's about the person we say, person a new cat, where they see the trend.
Oh my God.
Canada is the new cat on the how is it in the garden, right? But that new cat now in the global, for Champions League.
You know
I go because the reality is that I mean at my age, when I did school. Now my classroom is now Whiskey classroom with this. They all came at around the same time. And even though I don't listen to their music, if you know information, you see stuff. So when he said that thing, I mean, look, and I don't want to go into that, but if the guy had the money that your father had, probably have been, right? So like, let's talk. we argue illogically.
Come on.
All of you on Twitter.
That people is prickly shit.
So let me not
So the thing is, a lot of people don't like the other guy.
That's just it. That's the truth. Is it pompous or is proud?
Yeah, he has this symbol.
So that's granted. Yeah. Anyway, my point is Canada is the new cat on ground. Now, the old cats, if you want to use in this case, let's assume UK, and I really don't like, let me not use it this way. UK is Manchester United, and Canada is like Man City. They have the same opportunities. Yes, it's interesting because now UK even colonized Canada. So Commonwealth. So it's a perfect analogy. So Manchester, right? Now, Manchester United, they have been relevant for a long time. They've not just been relevant for a while now.
Still relevant. Won a trophy this season.
They're just that.
Moving on.
Man City, now be the hottest kick now. That's what Canada is. Now, get this. Canada has the second largest landmass in the world. So, compared to other countries, they have so much land.
The space.
And they are still growing and they're not in the G7. So, they are the big boys. They are rich. So, UK, they know rich. They messed up with Brexit. So they are trying to find their own way. But they have 4 countries in one. That's what works for them. So you must understand how the system is. It's policy and it's politics. So right now, Canada is where you should go. But the problem is that if you don't get the money to enter. Because to answer your question, if you have 15 to 20 million in your account to get into the UK, you put it there for 1 month to 2 months, you get everything sorted out. Canada, you need to have that same amount or more, and it has to be there for 4 to 6 months minimum. So it's apples and apples.
But I don't like
Canada does not have as good schools as UK does. Canada does not have as much scholarship opportunities as the UK does. Getting admission into the UK is free in almost 90% of their schools, and it's easy. In fact, they could chase you. Canada, everybody won't go there, so everybody competes for few seats. Those are the comparisons. Now, the problem with fraud here is that Canada, they give pali. UK, no, they give pali. UK pali, they take. Canada pali fast. And like I said, Indomie generation. I like fast something. So because people want this quality now, they will go for the fast something with fast agents. We go lie to them. So they don't go do verification. So agent will say, we can get it for you. Just give us 1 million naira. How? The embassy says you need 30,000 Canadian dollars as proof of fund. How did you use 1 million to get in? So what is now happening is that the fake agents still have a great mix. So let's assume now, let's just use this example. I'm an agent. Victoria has a lot of money in her account. Isaac may not have as much money. I will do for Victoria. I will also use Victoria's financial documents for Isaac. So there's so much going on. So you're working with an agent. He does not allow you to access your profile. He does not give you access to your documents and what was done. You have messed up. You cannot work with us. The fact that we are licensed and we have this and all that does not mean that I will not work with you and allow you to see what we are doing. What's the big deal? But again, everybody is not equal and everybody does not have the same kind of mentality that I have. So, and that's the major difference. I've already broken it down for you.
Yeah.
So right now, going forward, the UK will now be focused now for me, it's still cash cow for me because people we like book, we won't go learn, they go still go UK. Young single pringle from secondary school to the ones we just come out, Covenants, Babcock, and all the private universities and public universities. In fact, Unilag, UIOA, particularly those ones with their papa rich, but they go force them to go public school, say, can't go to UK. And they go now. So from 18 to 26, they go still go UK. Because I go tell them, go UK. Once you finish 1 year, now me go still process you go Canada. King of Jackpot, you did. If you didn't day, you don't day. So don't spend that 1 year for UK. I feel even tell you, say, if you get work, if you do the one with placement, you go, so you do 1 year course, 1 year placement. I go don't process your Canada immigration. Before you know, you don't get permanent residency. I get person for UK, she did wrap up her PhD. She don't already get permanent residency for Canada. Wow. Yeah, like, you go, they kaku. It's policy. And it's always changing. See now, that thing we were talking about the last recording, where we said, the Indian guys that were going to be deported.
Yeah.
So the MP now in immigration, he said, we're working on it, but they don't want to lose. They're trying to catch the people that defrauded those people. And they're also trying to be sure that those students were not also liable.
Yeah.
So it's not just noise. It's not just for one person don't be shouting that, Canada is wicked. No. Every government that is good must follow due process. You know, so that's the major difference between UK and Canada. So money.
It's money. To go to Canada.
To go to Canada is money. To go to UK is money. But for the UK, you're probably spending less money for a short period of time to prove that you can get in. For Canada, you're going to show it for a long period of time. Now, the other thing about Canada and the UK that you must know is that students sometimes will say, I don't want to spend time in school. I'm very tired of school. Now, immigration will be my cocoa. So you are going to the UK, when you finish your master's, you know that it's because you want to use that master's to enter the immigration pool and enter Canada.
Oh, wow. I had no idea that this was it.
That's why.
So you spoke about the POF thing.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So what are your thoughts on, like, because now it's like a business now. People are doing the whole POF business thing. And a lot of our clients always ask, do you
don't go spoil
do you do POF?
I don't.
Do you do POF?
I'm not doing anything like that. Please don't stress me. See, in this same Nigeria, if 1 million people need POF, I'm looking for the 1,000 that do not. I don't have time for stress. See, how did our parents tell us growing up? A good name is better than what?
Riches.
How much you want? What do I want to use money for?
Oh, you don't know.
You know, rich boy. you know they read. You know they read. But better for people to never associate you with fraud. And for you to be helping people to be doing fraudulent activities. So go and sort out your proof of fund. I'll tell you what you need. Give me the documents. I don't want to be invested in all those things. There are 3 ways to get into any country that are legitimate ways. Getting a loan is not a problem. Now, I may not like it and I may not believe in it. You may like it and you not have a problem. Just like the student loan act that was signed yesterday. I personally think that indebtedness is not necessary. The government does not need to do that. The EU has, for the last maybe almost 50 to 60 years, they've offered students, both their students and people abroad, free schools. So why does our government need to do student loan? All you need to do as In fact, as big boys as African is, and I'm talking to the president now, all you need to do is invest in your universities, get other African countries. You have this AFTCA Act, blah, blah, blah pact that you guys did. Get other African countries to invest in education and let your student go there for free.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. That's what the EU is doing. And a lot of them some are all producing countries. So you don't need, that's the greatest human capital. So if you're not looking to steal money, why are people taking loans to go to your schools? Your schools are underfunded. Your schools don't have the best lecturers anymore. Why do they need to take student loans? So are we taking student loans to go to Covenant?
No, they're going to...
Or Afe Babalola?
They're going to...
Or Leeds City?
LASU.
Why?
LASU.
So what? I'm taking a 200,000 loan to go to LASU, and then I probably pay, 200,000 times 3 times, maybe 3 times that as the interest? What is the point of doing that?
If you're on track,
so if you have all this money to give loans, invest in your universities. Bring investors. Partner with schools abroad. And this man has smart people around me. I don't know why he signed that.
That you keep saying that thing. That he has smart. They are smart, but
everybody has agendas.
Yes, it's a personal interest that they care about.
I don't understand.
You know, Mr. Tipo, this is your opinion.
Yes.
But some people actually, they're happy about that, this new bill.
Because they are not well informed. Yes.
Thank you, Okpe. And that's actually the answer. You're not well informed.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why people voted for him, and some of them are already regretting it. You were not informed. You were swayed by media or swayed by noise. Because now, every policy that has come, we are laughing because you called us obidiots. Every policy that has come
I did not hear that.
since he came in that inauguration day, it has kept the greater population suffering. We are all suffering.
Word.
So now, if you're not an organization like mine, where I'm trying to make everybody an entrepreneur and think big, people are suffering and thinking that, Musala, you had the collect before 200k. Now, fuel is 2 times the price. Food is 2 times the price. How much are they carry? Why would they go and steal? How would they go and do fraud? Of course, the people that even they are doing fraud, they just carry one of them now.
Those of you that are doing fraud, but I don't blame the government.
You know, no, you're not going to blame the government, but they are partly responsible.
Yeah.
How many people do I want to help? Let's think about it. As I am now, let's assume I wanted to help people, and I'm as rich as even rich men. How many people can you help?
Right.
MTN has been doing foundation for years and gives. How many can they help?
Sometimes I haven't deep save. Okay, so you take student loan and then you're indebted to your country.
Government.
Okay,
Why?
Is it the job that you even use to pay the loan after?
Actually,
US
we don't do this thing, don't realize. See,
I thought after schooling, then the government will employ.
wait. Let me give that, because I've not read the bill. Perhaps, sir, you are saying that you do student loan for people to go abroad. I don't mind. Maybe it's comparative. You have to give people a benefit of the doubt. Comparative education, I will help them. I will do it for them free. Maybe I don't want to pay. Let them go to the best schools. We will target affordable schools, and they will come back and pay the loan. Yeah, that's fine. But don't tell me that student loan is for Covenant University.
It's not for. It won't be for private schools.
Because for private schools, if you pay their school fees, how are they going to feed? And if it's a public school, the public schools don't have
handouts.
You pay. You still have to pay for hand. You are in a country that has to pay for handouts.
That's true.
When everything is...
That's
true. You are in a country that your lecturer is telling you that, what do you mean by his laptop? This is how I got your handouts.
Can't really do. I didn't do that, man.
How do you mean? How do
you pay for handouts?
No.
Everything was digital in my school, man.
In my school too.
Well, Kwasu?
Yeah.
Digital?
Yeah.
I'm surprised, man. I can't even
You shouldn't.
So, my brother. So those are the differences between Covenant. Between Canada and UK. I don't know what I'm saying. Covenant and Babcock. Like, I can't even understand.
Okay, Mr. Tipo, you were about to break down
the different. Yes, so loan. Yes, yeah, the different means for paying. Yes. So loans, that's the first one that I can talk about, because student loan is now what is it vogue. Now, the second thing is personal funds. Your parents, you saved and all that. And the last thing is scholarships. So you are smart, you've got some research funding, scholarship, merit scholarship, whatever form of funding. Those are the 3 means that are acceptable when you are going to an embassy to say, I am about to go to school. So I will say, I've taken a loan from my organization or from my bank, or I have raised personal funds. Part of those funds I save for my family. Somebody gave me a gift. And then lastly, scholarship. The school, as opposed to paying 50,000, they've given me 40,000 scholarship. I only have to pay 10,000 left, and this is the 10,000. So that's how to prove your funds. Now, for those people rushing to the UK, more often than not, they don't get funded. They probably get this 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 off scholarship. So you have to pay. But at Ile Education, if you get sense and you define scholarship, COP will help you. But it requires planning. You don't just want to study abroad. Some people are texting me now in June, I want to go to UK this September before the policy takes place in January. You didn't think about this.
Now that you heard policy, you want to shortly rush
and then they will still ask me for scholarship. So those are the means that.
So sorry, Victor, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So it was when I joined Leeway that I started hearing. I've heard about student loans abroad, but like I didn't know like Nigerians could access like student loans here.
They can't.
Oh, we can't.
That's the same question I wanted to ask.
Because every organization that says they do student loan, when you go through the process alone, there's nothing. Because the main reason that the government and the bank has had is, if I give you a loan, who's going to chase up? That thing that you saw on Twitter about in 25 years DSS, how many people DSS won't catch?
You will not see me.
So our government ought to be focusing on how to synchronize your BVN and your NIN such that you know who is in this world of Nigeria. And then you want to figure out your security architecture, talk about investing in education and food production.
All these things you're saying is too far, because even when you go to this office, there's everything still on paper. Do you understand? So how many people you want to track when you're still using paper?
When I did I went to do my son's birth certificate. Everything was paper. If I go back there, I don't even know that paper was still there.
That's the thing.
No, but our national ID card now is now there's an app for it. It's not paper anymore.
Cool story, bro. You know how many billions?
I'm trying to support this nation a little bit.
They stole before they got to this. You know how many billions that they stole?
So, Mr. Adipo,
there was a deal with the MasterCard and all that to have a card. You know how many,
I saw that
cards came out?
I saw that
billions.
I saw that.
So these PDP and APC people, the only thing is that if you're a good person, we still need you to go to those political parties because
they are the popular ones.
Not those are the popular ones. The party is nothing. It's the people now. It's people that are there.
Yeah.
So if the party has 100,000 people, we need 100,000 good people to go in and make change. It's just that you can't even find good 100,000 people, because when those people see billion now, look at all our Labour Party candidates speaking gibberish. Yeah, speaking. Oh, I met this person.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was this intelligent.
I didn't know it was this intelligent. Like, bro, it's not even just Labour Party candidates. It's even like regular Nigerians on Twitter.
I don't know what I mean, it's money, right? That's the only thing.
No, definitely.
That's the only logical thing. Because you either were incompetent for the job or you don't understand politics. You cannot just say, oh yeah, we met the president, we had a good conversation, and that's all. You had to go into, so what we put you there? Our blood, sweat, and tears. We don't have sense.
Mr. Dikwo,
Nonsense.
like in Nigeria now, I wanted to ask the government, we don't have any, you mentioned student loans.
Yeah.
Do we have any, like, how would I put it?
Scholarship funds.
Financial board in Nigeria that
We do not.
supports
Lagos State has one.
immigrants?
Lagos State had one. The last Oga stole billions of naira. I don't know whether they arrested him.
No, like that supports anybody that wants to travel out.
No, they actually are.
They do. They have the Lagos State scholarship
Yeah.
board. The guy stole money, and at the panel, he said he will return 20 million. Maybe he stole hundreds of millions, though. And he said he will return maybe 20 million, 4 million naira. I don't know what happened. That case never went out now. Because if you don't know people in Nigeria, you will not hear story. This was like a couple of months ago.
Even
See,
I don't-
all these people. See, just leave them.
There's
Is it not somebody that said at Senate Valedictory service that his wife
His
is
wife
the
is
reason
so-
why cut off
Yeah.
her some
I saw
something?
that. I saw that.
openly, oh. They were not even warning him, say, please, you shouldn't be saying
Our
this
leaders
here.
don't have shame.
I saw it.
The problem is not just, it's not as if they don't have shame. Nobody's holding them accountable. It's not as if he did not know that he was capping. Do you understand? But it's like, bro, what do these people want to do? Do you understand? Like, what?
Don't just say anything.
Yeah,
It's like they
just
know
say-
that once we say something, they will forget about it.
See this your guy that is now the new Senate this thing that they were telling him, Mr. Speaker, off your mic. He was capping careless. He was saying, oh, this. Bro, nobody's going to do anything. So now, you know that whole court process they were doing, that was the end. Nothing happened.
True, nobody.
He's
will do
now the
anything.
Senate president. And that's it.
Remember years ago when a lot of stuff came out, that snake stuff. He said
But we
that.
seen things.
I just remember.
monkey,
I was
snake,
like, where's the
rat.
money?
You've seen things in
Let's
this
move
country,
on,
man.
please.
Who is the
But I mean,
appeal?
they're actually. I know there's this. Is it NDDF also? For Niger Delta
NDDC.
and no, something fund, Niger Delta Development Fund or something. So if you want to, when you write an exam. So if you want to,
Yeah.
if you need like funding scholarship to
Mhm.
move abroad, they help you with that. But there was this amnesty thing that they did now
brother.
that they sent some people abroad to school.
Really,
And then
we
they
did
stopped
it.
sending them
to
money.
universities here too now. Oh my brother.
And then they
you know
stopped
this
funding
people.
them. People were complaining. So the country sends you abroad and they're not funding you anymore.
Because,
So you're just there.
because when a new government comes or a
They'll
new
say
government
they don't
comes,
know
and
you.
they don't know you.
I don't know you.
Oh, man,
Nigeria is a
suffer.
crazy place. So.
Please, let's move from this conversation.
Yeah.
If not, we'll stay here and
I think our time is almost up. So I just wanted to run through on the major questions we got from the webinar. So we had a
Yeah.
webinar on Saturday where the King of Jackpot talked about
if you did not attend that webinar,
visa
you know.
processing and all that.
Yeah.
So someone asked, can I use black market rate or bank rate to help calculate my proof of funds?
That matter, they very, very dicey. So, because the embassies are here, now, Oanda is the rate that they use. If you check out, go on Google, check Oanda Converter. That's actually the rate the embassy uses. But in my organization, one of the things that works for us is we try to play with the black market rate for some of those funds so that you do not get shot in the leg. So better to have more money than to have just the amount of money that you think is the right one. And then when you now put your visa in, you now say, oh, your money is not enough. So a good mix, we could say, use your tuition as Form A and then use your living expense and black market rate. I'm going to give you, is a diplomatic answer, but that's what I would tell you so that you do not say it is King of Jackpot that told you to do something. Every case is peculiar in itself.
If you're the one that asked this question, if
Yeah,
that's the answer, if you still,
If it's not sufficient, book a consultation.
just book a consultation. Just reach out to us. Someone asked, I don't know. This question is, I don't know. As a single mother, can I go to Canada with my kid?
With my
child or my children? Yes, you can. I mean, there are laws in place for things like that. If the father of the child or mother of the child is alive, you always have to get a consent letter.
Yeah.
They've got to fill forms. You've got to sign those forms. So yes, it's the same way if a child is under 18, we need to have a guardian in Canada who will be responsible for that child, except the parents are going with the child. So it's possible. You can go with dependents, you can go with your grandparents, you can go with anybody. You just have to be able to prove to the embassy that these people can take care of themselves and they will return back to their country at the end of their stay.
Okay.
please. I told myself I was going to ask you this question. So a friend of mine watched. No, I'm no. This
They
is
try,
not-
you know, all this, my friend. Just the
question.
let's hear.
Watched our podcast,
Mm.
and she was like, "Isn't it a way that you are working for? Which one is Jackpot again?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, you know what? Watch the next one. I'll ask him. He's going to explain it.
The difference in live
I think we've done this before now. On the first episode, I think.
No, when I don't. First episode, I was not here.
Oh, okay.
Episode.
Apologies.
No, but your
Go and watch
friend
it.
needs to go and watch
Go and watch it. We're not saying anything.
Or
Our
maybe
time
she-
is gone already.
Or
Yes,
maybe
she go and watch it.
or maybe she go check. So generally, what we just have is that with the Leave education, we focus on education only, study. We don't dabble into. So once you go there, it's clear. Leave.com. Now, my Jackpot Limited is basically a bigger arm on immigration and its visiting visa, Canada immigration, and things like that. Things that have to do with Jackpot and even still school. So that's that. So visit myjackpot.ng.
For more
For more information.
Okay,
So that's
consultation.
that's the difference.
Okay, so the last question from our webinar. Do I still stand a chance of getting PR after my 1 year study in Canada?
Oh yeah. Again, these questions, the reasons for booking a consultation is because when you book a consultation, Canada is a very, very diverse place. You've got 8-something policies. Every province has its own policy. So what will work in New Brunswick may not work in Ontario. And so this question will fit somebody that wants to probably live in New Brunswick because New Brunswick has a policy that allows you to, apply for immigration 6 months after school. and you will definitely be getting it. So every province has its own policy, and that's why you book a consult. So yes, it's possible, but no, it's not possible because there are provinces that you may be looking at and it will not be possible there. So it's definitely possible, but not possible for all provinces. So that's why it's a yes and no.
Okay, so
Any other question?
yeah, no, that's it for
Why did you
today.
look at me?
Because you may soon say your friend.
It's even Isaac, not me. Isaac is the one looking suspicious.
So Aluko knows where I stand on my own. No, I don't stand. I'm just in the air right now for my own decisions. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
This is the
And
time.
Samida.
Eh?
We're eating it out.
That's Japanese.
Oh, are you serious?
This is that. But this guys,
Korean.
is it? This is the time. All the people in our office are watching Korean movies.
No, except me.
It says like, my guy, you don't do that, man.
You
You
don't
You
have time.
don't?
don't do that, man.
You
Watch-
don't go jump you.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't go jump you.
Gang,
Oh, this.
See, now,
Well, yeah, guys, this is the time. This is really the time to jackpot. If I'm going to give you guys a final word, it's that if you want to study abroad, it requires planning, right? This is June, second week in June. You have effectively 6 months if you were going to look at January as your next intake, right? And the January intake for countries like UK, Canada, Australia, and the US would go between January itself and February. And then the European countries too would have theirs between February and March. So this is the time to begin to talk to a consultant about your plans. This is the time to begin to book consultations, gather your documents, gather your transcript ahead of time, because that transcript palaver and another matter for this Nigerian government. Like, this country is such like
Currently on my
difficult. Everything has
transcripts
to
right
be
now.
this is an
Sadiq,
emotional episode again.
and men,
currently got mine 2-3 days.
the amount
You
I
don't
Me
paid.
too.
We know now. We know
No, it's
now.
not for that.
So,
We know now.
to get transcript for this Nigeria now, you go dey beg. They will not say, you that you graduated since. When last did you come and check me? 5,000. Yeah?
Honestly.
You didn't bring any drink. Carton of chivita. You don't. So if 5 people won't sign, you go don't
You
appreciate.
go sort
them.
everybody. You
Now,
go-
as a teacher, I'm not against the fact that we need to appreciate
Appreciate
our
our
teachers
teachers,
and we
yeah.
don't probably do
When
that.
you demand
But
for it,
no, that's Nigeria, because our lecturers are too proud. Our directors, they are not. You cannot.
Yeah.
But so to get transcripts. So I remember one time Uniben student 1 year. There's some schools
To get transcript.
to get transcript. No, it's gotten better now, but to get transcript.
that's
So-
nothing better now. But
so
the
guys,
money.
your reference, and that's why I tell students, when you are in your final, if you know you have a dream of scholarship or going abroad, talk to your lecturers.
Be
Know
guys with them.
the two lecturers that you will pally with, maybe the dean and one lecturer, one professor, so that when you did reference, so those important documentation that you get from you, that's where the problem is. Then of course, in typical Nigerian fashion, to even get passport now. So please gather your passport. Passport cannot be less than 6 months. So the struggle. This is our business. To japa, even when you have the money,
Bro,
the
Then
struggle
to gather your
to be able to
documents
gather your documents.
is another
So,
thing.
My point today, guys, is start on time.
Yeah.
Don't just say, "Oh, I want to japa."
Even if your money isn't complete, just be guarding your documents.
Yeah.
Small. Japa is not a one-time thing. You
Yes.
can be planning for 2 years.
Yes.
There's somebody that Mr. Wilson was telling me about. She was in contact with, I think, Mr. Wilson or something for a while. So it's not as if her money wasn't ready, but she was guarding everything little by
Yeah.
little. And now that she has everything, she has come to us. You get- So people
Yeah.
actually, they don't just rush.
Some customers have known 2 years before we start working. For
Yeah.
them. And that's why I always say japa is like Planned Parenthood, right? I've said that it's like marriage. It's also like Planned Parenthood. There's more to becoming a parent than just a pregnancy, right? You have to take care of the child. You buy Pampers. You will pay hospital bills and stuff like that. So you've got to plan for it, and that's that. So
Thank
great,
you so
a
much,
nice
guys.
episode, a lot of
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Don't lose hope in Nigeria, and if you have lost hope and you're looking to Jackpot, you know
Pull
who
up,
to come
man.
see.
Pull
you
up,
know,
man.
you know,
Why
you
your
know,
KOJ is there
best
for
plug.
you.
we know what
Your
to do.
surest Jaqua plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, coach, for today. It was a
I don't know who your coach is, man, but yeah, I mean, man.
Signing
Victoria,
out.
thank you, Mr. Dikwo, KOG. Thanks for coming on
King of jerk.
Thanks for coming on my podcast.
Don't thank me.
Who you?
It's the struggle for me. Like,
Okay, Okwe, thanks for being on the bench. Hopefully you get to feature one of these days. Alright, love and light, guys. Peace out.